We began rescuing dogs in January of 2013. We chose the name Old Yeller Ranch Rescue and filed for our nonprofit status in February, so just a month after. Since we began rescuing, it's been a little over a year. We have rescued close to 110 dogs. We currently have 21 in our care right now. The reason we started to rescue is because we started getting just active and involved on online media and kind of understanding and learning more about the problem that existed. And the more that we began to rescue, the more that we realized there was such a drastic need for it. And you know, we kind of started out with one dog, and that turned into 2 dogs, and that turned into 10 dogs, and I think at one point we were close to 30. So you know, we definitely dove in head first, and we're really happy that we did it. It's been a long journey. We've come a long ways. We've grown a lot. We've learned a lot. But we definitely recognize the need that you know, the solution to this problem is far from over, and the necessity for organizations such as ourselves and Care for Paws is still very much necessary. So,
for the Old Yeller Ranch Rescue adoption process, I completed an adoption application. I came out to the ranch and did an initial interview. I brought my dog so that way she could meet Sky. Then we did a home check where Sky came over to my house, Old Yeller Ranch Rescue, did a yard check, everything checked out. I was really impressed with how well they were willing to work with me and make it easy for me to adopt Sky and welcome her into my home. Everything checked out great with the home check, so then I was able to adopt Sky. You know, I can't imagine my life without Sky, and if it wasn't for Old Yeller Ranch Rescue, Sky wouldn't be here. And I couldn't imagine not having her in my life. So thank you, Old Yeller Ranch Rescue.
We've had Mr. B for so long simply because we're pretty diligent about picking the right homes for each dog. And you know, it's dogs like Mr. B who make it very urgent that we update our facility and get our facility to a point where dogs who we do have for longer than 2 months are not living in kennels, they're living in yards. So that is the reason why we're really excited and eager to get going on our arena project, which is going to not only give our dogs a better quality of life on a day-to-day basis, but you know, it's also going to alleviate some of the pressure on the volunteers and staff that we have getting dogs out of kennels and into yards. With our arena project, each dog is going to live in a 20-foot by 40-foot yard, which means that when you know, Josh or myself or any of the Old Yeller staff or our volunteers go out to spend time with these dogs, the time that is spent with them gets to be more quality, you know, training, really playing one-on-one affection, versus right now we go out there and we spend a lot of time just letting them out to get energy out. So these yards are really the key to us moving forward and doing more and doing better at what we do.
Hi, this is Eddie's. At 6 weeks old, Eddie's was abandoned at the shelter in the middle of the night. He was tiny and so sick no one thought he was going to make it. But he did make it. And he ended up at my house, where he now spends his time stealing underwear and socks and bossing everybody around. Eddie's is one of the lucky ones. Every year, thousands of cats and dogs, like Eddie's, end up in our county shelters. Many spend months or years waiting for a new home. Others get euthanized for lack of space. I'm Isabel Gullo. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Care for Paws. Care for Paws is not a shelter or a rescue group. Instead, we work to reduce pet overpopulation and keep animals out of shelters. Every year, we spay and neuter close to 1,000 dogs and cats owned by low-income community members for free. Our free intervention services, like vaccine clinics and delivery of pet food, help keep animals in their home. And as part of our bilingual, bicultural community outreach, we talk to thousands of pet owners in need about their options and make sure they have access to the resources available. Our programs work. Every year, shelter intake numbers and euthanasia rates go down. But we can't stop now. We need your help to continue our important work. With your support, pet overpopulation in Santa Barbara County will soon be a problem of the past, which means that countless cats and dogs, like Eddie's, Mr. B, and Sky, will never have to see the inside of a shelter. Let's do this together.